As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.
By default, a woman who's getting the attention up front, because her value is up front, if you are a poor mate selector, by the time you've gotten to 30, 32, 35, 40 plus, a woman that refuses to adjust to the type of man that she wants is effectively the equivalent of a male incel.
Oh my God.
Involuntary celibate.
I was about to say that a large group of them women believe that they're the prize, so they don't even know anything about going to go gain access to a particular plethora of man or a class of man. If they're already predisposed to think that they're the prize.
If they're in an echo chamber that they're tens and, you don't have to adapt for a man, you let them come after you, then yeah, of course you're going to yield those results every time. And I think that's the main issue, is that, we talked about the communications, and women don't really care to listen to men. They don't want to believe what it is that men are telling them. And they're constantly reinforced that they are doing the right thing and the men are doing the wrong thing. But
it's the echo chamber and the refusal to listen to men that's causing the big divide between men and women today. First off, the echo chamber is telling you everything you want to hear, not what you need to hear. So you're just getting information that just pandering to you. And usually if it's pandering to you, it's bad information. So by the time you're ready to listen to a man, you think that this information is negative. He's just trying to attack women. But in reality, we're just trying to show you the truth that you don't want to see.
We've told these women on the panel, not in depth in particular this show, but different panelists that have came on over and over and over again, that you're going to have to make some adjustments. And it does take humility, like you said, but most people aren't willing to because they feel like they're doing the right thing. They're not really trying to hear women are saying it. And I've mentioned the word competitive, and people will get extremely angry because I said the dating market is competitive, but women don't.
Even the concept of compete is offensive to them. Why? Because it's one of the symptoms of living in the echo chamber itself. You're not told reality, you're pandered to all the time. So when it's time for reality, like competing for the best man out there, you're not prepared and you're definitely not ready.
Don't feel the need or have the humility to compete for men in a competitive market. If you won't compete in a field that's competitive, what result can you possibly get?
Well, if when you turn 18, you had access to men that was your age, in their 20s, in their 30s, and in their 40s, and that primarily was offered to you specifically because of your biology and not something you had to earn. You've now had 12-year run of not having to work for attention that's naturally going to be granted to you. Anybody, if I was a woman, I'm sure my mindset would have been very different than what it is as a man.
Wait.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Wait, hold on.
I get and understand. I get and understand that.
I definitely agree with his assessment. And you can see where the entitlement comes from in today's modern women. Their whole lives, they're wanted, pursued, chased, and they don't have to put in any effort to get the opposite sex. So when you have all these habits develop in you throughout your life, and it's time to go get the man that you truly want, you're not ready. You're not prepared because you think that you don't need to improve or do anything special.
Expose you to something before you go there on the youth.
Okay.
We done did it many times, but I'm gonna let the women question you on this.
Okay.
Because when you talk about a woman becoming 18 and having access to different brackets of age groups of men because of her biological position, her youth, and all these other stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can debunk it or you're gonna actually substantiate it, maybe. But there's this frontal lobe argument. You heard of it? I don't need to say nothing more, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, this, regardless of the development of the frontal lobe and whose develops faster and all this other stuff, I guess the main point I was trying to bring up is you typically had a run that your 18-year-old male counterpart didn't. He has to build up his value. So if the 18-year-old man effectively has very little to offer most single women. So he has to learn what women want and obtain it and become it. By default, a woman who's getting the attention up front, because her value is up front, if you are a poor mate selector, by the time you've gotten to 30, 32, 35, 40 plus, a woman that refuses to adjust to the type of man that she wants is effectively the equivalent of a male incel.
That was a perfect breakdown because it is equivalent. Since men grant access to relationships and women grant access to sex, a man would be considered an incel if he can't have sex with the opposite gender. Then a woman would have to be a femcel if she can't get a relationship from the opposite gender. It's only right.
Involuntary celibate. Involuntary celibate is a male that can't get access to women and he refuses to do something about it.
Damn.
So that loser over there to the left, that guy that's not, that no woman's checking for, and he's refusing to put the work in to adjust to the market of what women's expectations are so that he can get not only the caliber of woman that he wants, but access to women, period. Because you're a woman by default, you're going to get attention from the 400-pound life, when you 400, 500-pound life, when people be on the show and they got to tear down the door to carry them out. All them big women was never single. There was still a man in there. So you getting access to a man is not a flex. You getting access to the man that you want is the challenge.
It's a challenge because you got to put in work. You have to improve. And you definitely got to go against your feminism programming.
So if you can't do that as a woman that's been getting access to men since 18, you are the equivalent to that.
Damn.
So until you're willing to make that adjustment, that's why your outcome is what it is. I'll never have men or women come into my office and they walk out thinking society and the world has to change so that I can live life. You have to point the greatest success you can make is to make it your responsibility, even if it's not. If it went wrong, there's something I have to do different.
We're talking about a level of accountability that most women are not used to. There's definitely going to be a learning curve.
In my marriage, in my kids, in my friendships, in my relationship, the onus is on me.
So let me
go ahead.
Let me test your logic real quick on that. It's going to be really quick. Are you saying that if a woman desires a man that prefers or require a woman to be 140 pounds, but she's 200, are you saying on the record that she need to go lose weight?
Yes.
Nice.
That was easy.
Thank you.
Hold on. If this is the man she wants,
I know. I agree with you. I just wanted to go on the record.
Yeah, because only in America can we say only America can we say the type of job and salary that we want, but we don't want to have to show up for the interview and want to show up late and make our own rules. Everywhere else in your life, if you wanted the degree, how many credits did you have to take? How many classes did you have to do? You wanted that job? How many interviews did you have to go through? What's the uniform? How many times do you have to be in the office? Everywhere else in your life, there are steps and protocols and things that will lead you to the outcome you want. But then when it comes to the man that you want there to be no rules.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Take me as I am. The take me as I am men are the men that nobody else wants.
Mayor J. Block. So I know this might be a little bit off the direction that you're going.
Yeah.
But what is your thoughts on the panderer phenomenon?
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. Pandering is one of the most detrimental things that hit our community. Selling dreams while making cream. They don't care what happens to you. All they're going to do is tell you what you want to hear instead of what you need to know. And you know that's not going to end well. On to the next.
That's what I call a chain reaction.
Manifest my own destiny. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the perfect recipe. May they remember me, my words will live on. I'm guided by an energy, a flame, hold it close to you. Check out my melodies. Is it the media that's been leading you? I'll show you a thing. Misdirection, what's the message? They don't want you to win.
As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.